time, there's basically a big ass gap between the old heads and the young bucks when it comes to hip hop. And I get it from me being 30. I get it from the old head point of view. Some of these rappers aren't good, and from the young, young point of view, it's like you're not really supposed to like their music, but you at least can respect the grind which they're making money. Now, me being 30, or let's just say years 87 to 94, we're kind of in the middle. It's like, well, listen to the old head music, but at the same time, and the old hip hop, the people we grew up with, but at the same time, we could appreciate the young up and comers at the same time. So I could get it from both ends. So I think we should be in that age from years 1987 to 1994. We should be the ones trying to inform people about who you should listen to. Cause I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of Lil Yachty. I don't. His music just not for me, and I've tried to listen to him. It's just not for me. Lil Uzi Vert, I think he makes hits, but I don't think he's that good of a rapper either. Young Thug had to grow on me, and then most of these mumble rappers out here now sound the same. I don't even feel like none of them are trying to have an identity. But at the same time, I feel like old heads don't really try to dig deep into who is really good out of these young rappers. So I feel like with this, I can give them some names out. At least people that I feel like they don't know, but if they really kind of like listen to them, I think they will like this stuff. So the first one's up. It's one of my favorites. Is Joey Badass. Now Joey Badass, he's been on Jimmy Fallon and all the other stuff, but he's from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and Joey Badass is, to me, he should be bigger than he is right now. And I honestly blame the radio stations like Hot 97. You have your own artist from Brooklyn who actually uses the boom bap. He barely uses 808s. He used the boom bap era. He got that old 90s sound in the modern day era. He has contents in his raps. He makes good music. He makes great music. He's actually done a song with DJ Premier, also one of my favorite producers. But I feel like no one's giving him that spot. Um, Listen to Before the Money, 1999. Hell, his latest album, I feel like it was one of the best albums out of that year. Out of a strong year with Rhapsody, Kendrick's, and all that. Joey Badass is nice. You should. I think if anybody out of this list I probably name, you should probably listen to him. The next one is rest in peace, XXXTentacion. Now this one I'm not doing this because he just recently died. Because 17 and question mark. Although I thought they was good albums, they're just albums not for me. Question mark, I think a lot of people like question mark, but me, I didn't like question mark so much. Probably because I was never into that depressing music type of shit, which is probably why I'm not a fan of Kid Cudi either. Kid Cudi music was always depressing to me. But I do think before he died, XXXTentacion had talent, and he can actually rap. Like, I know he came in with Look at Me, and Look at Me is kind of like that mumble rap way, but if you ever listen to songs like Riot, and he got a couple songs with Joey Badass, it's like he can actually rap. And I've always said this, if he done a joint mixtape with Joey Badass, because they sound well together, and it was all like pro era beats, the 90s boom bap beats, I would definitely listen to it. Rest in peace, X. Rest in peace, X, though. I really thought I wouldn't say you, I was thinking you were a genius, but I thought you made good music, and I really did think you touched people that was really uh, inspirational, especially people with dealing with mental health like you was. Um, the next person I probably want to talk about is Isaiah Rashad, who is actually on the TDE. Now, I was also going to put Schoolboy Q here, but I think people know Schoolboy Q's name. He's not as big as Kendrick, but Schoolboy Q is nice. He's probably, if not the second best person on the TDE label. But Isaiah Rashad, he makes good vibing music. Sylvia Demo, I still listen to Sylvia Demo to this day. That's a great album if you want to just ride with that one. It's a great album, especially R.I.P. Kevin Miller, Brad Jordan, Shot You Down, with J Rock and Schoolboy Q on there. The first song I heard from him was Heavenly Father. Heavenly Father was good. I mean that like just listen to Sylvia Demo. If you don't believe me, listen to Sylvia Demo. That album is really really good and is well produced. The next person I want to talk about is Earl Sweatshirt, which he was like under Tyler in his Odd Future, and Tyler basically said he's better than Nas when it comes to writing pens and all that other stuff. Will I go that far? No, but Earl is nice. Like I like hearing Earl rap, especially like Doris when he was like he's not rapping about anybody knows Odd Future. They was just on some wild shit. They was rapping about rape and all that other stuff. So, but Doris is much more a darker album, much more mature album. And I don't like shit. Was it? I don't like shit. That's why I don't go outside. That's also a solid album too. Um, Once he matured, his raps matured as well. So, and it's although it's dark, it's not depressing. Sort of, even though he talk about his grandma passing, it's really good content. It's really good lyrically. Like Earl can really get busy if you really listen to some of this stuff. Um, if you don't believe me, listen to Oldie, where he basically rapped. He had the longest rap verse, even though Tyler went twice. He had one of the longest rap verse, and yeah, just listen to Earl. The next is Action Bronson. If anybody don't know Action Bronson, he's that not white rapper that sounds like Ghostface Killer. Now he raps like Ghostface Killer, but his style is like Rick Ross with a comedy and movie reference because he talks about food. He's talking about being a boss, but it's not like a dope boy kingpin like a boss. It's more like movie references, Italian mafia bosses, and all that other stuff. But it has some comedy in it. It has some real good lyrics in it. He actually, the best thing about him is like he has music that fits his attitude and his persona, and I think that's what makes him stand out too. Now let's see. That's a New York rap. Now I would, yeah, go Blue Chips. Look at Blue Chips and any of other Action Bronson's work, but Blue Chips is one of his better work. So that's for the men. Um, Joey Badass. No, I just covered Joey Badass was from New York. X that was from Florida. Isaiah Rashad is from Tennessee. Earl Sweatshirt is from Cali, and another New York rapper that was Bronson. Now, the last person I want to talk about is actually a female rapper going by the name of Megan Thee Stallion. I was gonna put Rhapsody in there, but after Layla's damn it, what was it called? Layla's Wisdom or something like that. I think it was Layla's Wisdom. I think people know who Rhapsody is and appreciating Rhapsody now. But the last person I want to talk about is Megan Thee Stallion. Now, I will admit, I don't like a lot of female rappers from this generation. Now, I'm not no angel, but when they talk about sex, it's really cringy and disgusting. I don't know why, but well, actually, I do know why because some of the older female rappers like Lil Kim and Foxy and even Missy Elliott, when they talk about sex, they talk about it in a clever way where even Trina was raunchy, but when she talked about sex, it was clever and it was kind of quotable. And I feel like none of these new rappers, when they, try to talk about fucking your nigga and all that other stuff, it's not clever. It's not really clever. I wouldn't say classy, but it's just not clever. So, my friend, shout outs to Wallace, he put me on Megan Thee Stallion, and she had this song, I think it's called Last Week in Texas or something like that. And she had a line that I've been saying ever since I've heard it, and I think it's clever. And it was sipping on mimosas while you eat on my Pinocha. When I heard that, I busted out laughing because I thought that was a funny line, thought it was clever. And I've heard some other stuff too. She can actually rap. She's dope. I've listened to her album too. Her album's really dope. And I'm actually, yeah, I didn't know she was up and running for the XXL freshman, but if she was there and I saw her, I would have been like, kudos. I actually like her. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if she's from Texas. What the fuck is wrong? I feel like you're one of the, if this ever reaches to Megan Thee Stallion, I feel like you're one of the more clever female rappers out here. And your music is really good. So, shout outs to you. And that's basically it. If you feel like there's other rappers that you feel like could bridge the gap between the old heads and the young bucks, let me know in the comment section. This one's really off the cuff from my other ones, but I really kind of think of it as, a solo cast or, just me with my thoughts on random things. So if you feel like there's rappers that fits under this that you would like tell especially this is for the young people. If you feel like there's rappers that you would like give to the old heads and you think they will like them, let me put them in the comment section. Let me know, and maybe I can make another list. So this is your boy Oscino Fly, and I'll catch up with you some other time. Peace.
So fly like a soar to the stars, or I could pull your wife with a couple of bars. You see me flying through the city with no wings attached, cause I be doing what I want, cause ain't no strings attached. You see I'm high as a kite, a bird, a plane. Just watch me fly from sight like doves and cranes. Say I'm the flyest on the side of the river. My only comfort in the mirror, my God telling me it's time to deliver, cause I'm riding my empire.